Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast of Dream Ignite Build. Today we're talking about something every entrepreneur and high achiever experiences at some point, feeling stuck and unsure about what's next. It's quite possible that you're in a season of transition. Maybe you're debating a big decision or just feeling overwhelmed with all the options in front of you. And when you're in that space, it's super frustrating. You want to move forward and you don't know which direction to take. So if you're feeling stuck right now, I've got you. Today, I'm sharing 4 ways to get more clarity when you're confused about your next steps. The idea behind this is so that you can move forward with confidence instead of continuing to spin your wheels over and over and over again. So how do we get started with this? Get out of your head and into action. That's the premise of what we're going to start with. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they feel stuck is overthinking things. You sit there and you can analyze every single option, making pros and cons lists and trying to figure out the perfect decision before you take action. But clarity comes from action, not from thinking. When you actually take the action that's essential instead of thinking through every aspect of what needs to be done. And I will tell you firsthand that I am an overthinker, absolutely. But this is habitual. So if you have to reframe your mindset, that's what you need to do. So we're going to be talking about how to do that today. Instead of waiting for the perfect answer, what we want to do is take one step forward. If you're unsure about the business idea, we're going to test it out in a small way and potentially even, you could talk to clients or put out a beta offer or run a poll to get feedback. If you're debating between 2 paths, try one temporarily and see how it feels. And the great thing is that you're not locked in forever on any one thing. You can always try different scenarios. If you're feeling creatively blocked, switch up your routine and get outside, go for a walk or journal without pressure. And sometimes any forward momentum or forward movement is enough to shake off the confusion and help you to see things more clearly. Number 2 is simplify by decision. And simplify the decision by focusing on what's next and not forever. I love the idea of this is because whenever we think of something that we have to do, we think in terms of forever. This is a decision that you are making, this next one, for the here and the now. A lot of the times we feel stuck because we have too much pressure on our decisions. And we think that if we choose something wrong, we'll ruin everything or be stuck with that choice forever. But if you think about it like this, most decisions are not permanent. They are just for the here and the now or for a short period of time. So the question that we can ask ourselves is, what's the perfect long-term choice? What's the next best step? And what feels most aligned for me right now? What would move me even 5% closer to my goal? You don't need to have the entire future figured out. You just really need to make one decision that moves you in the right direction. And once you take that step, things are going to come together so much more clearly because what ends up happening is each and every step gives you experience. And from that experience, we learn how we can do better or how we can change the next opportunity. Okay. Number 3 is get an outside perspective, but from the right people. And that's the key here. The right people that are giving us influential advice are key, because if you're getting advice from the wrong people, you can go very far in the wrong direction from where you want to go. Sometimes we're too close to a situation to see it clearly. And that's why getting an outside perspective can be a game changer. But again, only if you're asking the right people. So remember that circle, that power of influence. Ask yourself, am I involved with the right people? Right? Okay. So if you're making a business decision, don't ask someone who's never run a business. That's like an example of what I'm talking about here. If you're struggling with work-life balance, don't take advice from someone who's constantly burned out. If you're feeling lost, talk to a mentor, a coach, or someone who's been there and can offer you the real insights. Because I think what we tend to do is we gravitate towards whoever's there. And it might not necessarily be somebody that's ever experienced what you've gone through or what you're dealing with at the current time. One of my favorite questions to ask when I need clarity is, if you were me, what would you do? If you were dealing with these unique circumstances, what would you suggest? What would you recommend? And again, this is from somebody that's most likely already experienced a similar scenario. It's simple, but sometimes hearing someone else's perspective makes you realize that you already know the things that you already know deep down inside. The fourth thing is checking in with your gut because you already know more than you think. That's the thing about this, is that so much of the time we already know what the answer is, but it's like we need permission or we need clarification from something else. And it's frustrating because we want somebody to say, hey, it's okay, go ahead and do that. But you really know deep down inside, you're just worried, you have fear, you have self-doubt, you're worried what other people are going to think. So instead of doing this, ask yourself the question, if I wasn't afraid of failing, what would I do? If I had to decide right now, what is my gut telling me? If I knew everything would work out, what path would I choose? Your intuition is powerful, but you have to give it space to be heard. That might mean journaling, sitting in silence, or even talking out loud to yourself. Yes, I do this a lot. I do this all the time. I talk to myself in the mirror, and it makes a huge difference. Trust that deep down feeling that you have, and you know you already have the answer. You just need to quiet the noise and listen. And going through all of these is really going to help you to understand where you are now, where you ultimately want to be. The key is always, how can I bridge the gap? How can I get to where I'm at now to this amazing future that I'm creating? So if you're feeling stuck right now, remember these four things. Take action. Even a small step will give you more clarity than overthinking. Focus on the next step. It's not forever. Decisions don't have to be permanent. Get the right perspective and talk to the people who get it, and trust yourself. Your gut already knows more than you think. It's so, so important. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one area in your life or your business you're seeking clarity right now? Ask me the question. I would love to comment and share my feedback for you. So thank you so much for tuning in today to Dream Ignite Build. If you felt like this was helpful to you, I just want to encourage you to share with a friend, subscribe, and even follow us on Instagram. So just remember that until next time, keep moving forward, even if it's just one step at a time.